PHC Underground. We live with Evan's Final Collection. Here, my man, Uncle Evan, my man K Vinyl. K Vinyl. I'm proud of this moment. I've been trying to get you on a couch somewhere.
I know, right?
I've been trying to.
Mr. Psychiatrist.
I'll be real. It's been like a year and a half and change now. I've been trying to get you on a mic somewhere to talk about some things. But
and when we do, and I think we may have a lot to talk about because I mean we are about to experience some extraordinary music. Tell us the project that's coming up. You're having your album release party.
Well, thank you for saying.
I know. That's what I was gonna say. You're sure you're talking about me, right?
I'm talking about the both of you.
That's what's up.
Hey, we're talking extraordinary extraordinary talent in Providence, and Uncle Evan, K Vinyl. I mean, my goodness, does it get any better? So, with that said,
It's yet to be seen. Yet to be seen. Thank you. We, does it get better? Yeah, we got more stuff coming that we already got, but we're gonna take it to the album release. The album is titled "Feel the Dreams Deferred," play on words between Kevin Costner movie and the Langston Hughes poem.
Nice.
So if you build it, they will come. But you know what Dreams Deferred was about, the Langston Hughes poem, Harlem.
You kind of got me there. Tell us about it.
Well, it was like the rundown aspect of how you saw Harlem after like the more prominent era in Harlem. I think it was early 40s, 30s or something like that, and then it kind of like got fucked up. So it's like, all right, you look at something that was beautiful, and now you see the ugly side of it. If you build it, they will come. So if you're building something, is it gonna be what you're looking for? You know what I'm saying? Like we all strive to kind of like find something and dig for it. Is it a fallacy or is it really what you want? Good, bad, nothing. So that's basically the look of all this. The album, the concept of it was just to be personal. Like if I don't know you, we're gonna have a conversation.
Beautiful.
Alright.
Beautiful.
That's really what it is. The show, March 16th at the FET, 103 Dyke Street. They don't know if you're in Providence. But we got Big G's, we got Swan Naughty, we got Dirty Dirty,
Swan Naughty.
But more than the list of incredible talent that you have on the roster to perform, you've got quite a few other things going on at the album release. Let's talk about that.
I wanted to do a clothes drive because it's we've been talking about this lack of support in a community where people don't support, right? And the thing is that like you ask anybody, I've been to everybody's shows, paid my admission, whether I know the person or not. I came to support. You know what I mean? Like I support people that are trying to support themselves. So I feel like if we're gonna put something together where we can almost like funnel a bunch of people into one place for a reason. It's my album release party, and for what it's worth, I guess people want it. They're like, cool, I want to be there. They supporting. I've been, making my bones around for the past year, so whatever. But why wouldn't we do something community based if we expect the community? We expect support, but we don't support. Right. So if we support, and I'm not saying just at shows and shit like that, like I give stoves and dollar bills to people with signs and shit. And what do I need an extra $2 for if I got another dub? I'm good with that, and it's not on no like. I'm just saying.
No, it's good for the sake of good. Yeah.
I'm just saying it's just the person I hold the door open for you. Excuse me, man and shit like that. Excuse me. Perfect oxymoron. You did it. Not feel the dreams deferred. No, but my point being is no. So and it's also one of those things that like if I want the community to come out, what is better than giving them a discount for supporting us? So if you bring in clothes to the show, we give you a $5 discount off the show.
Oh, that's awesome.
So you come through, everybody like a free 99. You know what I mean? So cool, we'll take that. In the humane part of most people, they want to contribute to a good cause. So you're giving them a discount for contributing to their community. We give back. I'm not trying to give back to the community with the camera in my face and be like, yo, hey, y'all, look at what that's not what
Yeah,
I'm doing
no,
it for.
yeah, it's not
to
authentic,
build, like,
right?
no, because I admire what they do with the chess club, the hip hop chess club, and things of that nature. Like any of
Rock.
that, right? Shout out to Crook.
Shout out.
Big things. You know, I appreciate that because that goes further than just being dope.
Yes,
You know
it
what I mean?
does. Yes, it does.
That's my whole point. Even when I get on the mic, it's not about being the dopest MC. Because I say a punchline, that's cool. It might last a month or two, and you be like, this kid was good at that. You say something that pertains to your life, and that shit'll last with you.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
like, you know, we've already got our training wheels off. I want to be X Games. I ain't sitting there trying to play in the backyard for the rest of my life. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I hear you.
That's
But I
a high
have to.
aspiration.
But I have to ask this question though. You two, you don't seem too far apart, too opposite, but you seem different.
We
And
are.
so I'm very very curious how this alliance took place. How did you guys meet? Like
Yeah,
how
that's a
did
good
this
story.
how did this happen?
We met at Culture Games when Grammy asked me to battle. I went to Culture
Dirty
Games.
Dirty.
When Dirty
Graham does
Shout out to
Culture
Dirty
Games.
Dirty
Absolutely.
Dirty.
And
That's the fam. Graham will be here soon.
Yes.
But my point being, I was out in the crowd. I was just supporting the homie. You know what I mean? That was his show. I go to his shows. That's my
Yeah.
son's godfather. Before even music. Like,
Yeah.
That's my homie. And I showed up and he had like an open slot. He needed to battle it, and he randomly called my name, and I went up and battled, and I waxed this kid real quick. And I went out to the back, and that's when I met Kay. And we started kicking it like I would see him at other events, plus he was kicking it with Ice. And we were chilling for months before I even knew that he had beats. Before I was even rhyming with him. Like I wasn't even rhyming. And I was contemplating it. Cause I was like, kind of like talking strategy with Dirty on trying to do things different because I'm like, oh, you guys are incredible. We gotta do something. You gotta do something. You know what I mean? And they really was feeding into that. And that energy I would get with them. We went out and did a couple of shows together. Just bullshit. And they put me on stage with them. We rocked. I had mad fun. I know all their songs. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It was like, is this gonna be an organic fit? And we just started doing it. From there, I kind of caught the bug. Kay said, yo, I need a joint from you. And I was like, I'm gonna come over and check some beats. He played like 2 or 3 beats.
that's when things get out of hand.
Yeah, it was crazy. I think I freestyled that night over like 40, 50 beats for like 3-4 hours. Just non-stop. It was almost like I had
Wow.
Yeah.
I had like all this, because I hadn't been rhyming.
Oh, PD
So
knows.
so much stuff that I
When he
could just...
freestyles.
But that's a fantastic thing though when like two artists connect and they just simply connect.
Well, that's- it
you
was
know,
crazy
and then next
because-
thing you know they're on a track and it's napalm. You know.
Well, yeah,
And actually, it was funny. Like, so we developed this vibe, and we were inviting people over, and I just kept playing beats, and he was, you know, everybody was freestyling. Actually. Like, it was just a great element. PD was there.
Been to a few of them.
Yeah, he
Been to
was
few
there a
of them.
couple times, and he knows what happens.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was just
Yeah, man.
the rawest form of it.
It was
You know
dope.
what I mean?
But that's where a lot of the material started coming from.
Yeah.
We didn't like
Yeah.
really plan and plot shit out at first. We almost just like we did like 2 joints by mistake.
Oh, everything.
You know what I mean? Like in the beginning, it was just like by
Freestyle.
mistake.
Oh,
We made
shit.
magic by accident.
No, it's right.
Like,
No, this is
you're hearing it,
has
like,
its-
oh,
Yeah.
Well, it
yeah.
you
started
should write it down. You know?
it started to resonate its own sound. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
and that's
the-
a very tough thing to do in a game that's so oversaturated everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Hip hop kind of turned into like the hair bands of the 80s.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
but with that being said, and the internet and all that other stuff, there's so much
a lot of good
access
stuff
to
out
so
there.
much more. I'm not discrediting that. There is. There is. I'm not there, but I'm saying that like there's so much access to so much different stuff. It's hard to stand on your own as your own entity. We started hearing it, and we was like, yo, this is a little different, but it's still dope. It's not like
Yeah.
we're like
You know what? I'm so glad you went in that direction because there is another question that I'm dying to ask you because primarily, you know, what we do at PHC, we like to reach out to the entirety of the underground, you know, because there are kids on the underground right now who are looking up to Uncle Evan, who are beat makers
That's
on the
impossible.
scene, who are inspiring,
impossible.
you know.
Yeah, for
They
real,
want
like,
they want you
like-
desperately spitting over their tracks. I mean, they want this. And so, I want you to take the time and speak to the up and comers. One thing that I find very interesting about your work is your bar structure. Talk about that.
My bar structure. I
Yeah.
don't really.
How do you come up? How do you come up with like I enjoy certain ways that you go about just spitting your track.
Honestly,
Now I'm not an MC.
It's always different.
He's an
Can I answer
MC.
for you?
Well, no. It is.
That's what
no,
I find interesting.
It's very
How do you
different.
find that?
Me personally, it's always different. Like when I was younger, and I thought like as a rapper, you're supposed to write everything down on a piece of paper, and like you find yourself falling in the pattern of the lines, writing and filling in words, and you understand the beat and the. So then, it almost becomes mechanical.
No, because here and there you get real tricky with it.
Yeah, you do.
But this is where I'm,
You
this is where I'm
do.
getting
You do
to.
get
This is where I'm
tricky.
getting to it. It's like so. I
Triple meanings.
well no
Quadruple meanings.
crazy, but I threw my notebook out, stopped writing, and just like we would do ciphers all the time. From the time I was 16 on, I didn't write. I'm not saying I don't write. I write.
So your lyrics live in your head?
That's where I come up with every bit of it. Is like if I feel it, don't go. Like I'll go. You know what I mean? Play roundabout with it. Why not? There's no real algorithm to it other than what you set for yourself. And I had to really look at the paper and see how that was like almost constricting me. The only time I'll write is to make sure I remember it. And then I'm like, okay, boom, now I got this down. But like, there's no pattern that you can't follow, that you can't make your own. As long as you're rocking the beat, like there's a pocket that you can find. You don't have to ride another wave to make your own. You know what I mean? But it was a lot of it is just organically freestyle. You find yourself searching and you're like, oh shit, wait a minute. You know what I mean? Now you've got a whole different thing. A lot of the creative parts really happen at the most sporadic times. You know what I mean? Like, I've been making dinner and I wrote potholes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wrote potholes while I was
That's
cooking
dope.
dinner. Sitting there,
Kev
Diggs on the anime.
Shout out Kev Diggs on that one.
Absolutely.
She gave him a beat on that.
Blessed me with that.
But we cannot in any way ignore K Vinyl. I mean, K Vinyl is one sick MC. I find Color Me impressed.
We're not really focusing on that on this album.
Well, maybe not on this album, but in
hear from me
general.
In the future,
Yeah, well, we hope to hear from you in the future. But I'm just very curious because I will be honest. I didn't expect it. I didn't expect you to be the beast that you are. And I want to say very quickly, one of my favorite MCs when I was growing up was Sticky Fingers, and so I am automatically kind of drawn to your style a little bit. I'm automatically drawn to your style a little bit, and so I'm very we've been focusing on Uncle Evan a little bit, but I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you about your walk. How did you get started in hip hop?
Ooh. Man, well, first of all, I'm really old. So
Back when they used to walk to school,
Yeah, you know,
ways.
exactly.
I don't,
Using
I
a
don't wanna
strap
date
for my
myself,
books.
But yeah, like, people were spinning on cardboard,
The good old days.
I don't know.
It's weird being relevant middle-aged white men in hip hop.
It's definitely a stretch.
Hey man, I'm right here with you.
No, I've been with it since the beginning. I've been rapping since I was like 15, 14 years old. Probably been writing poetry since I was like 5.
So we're going back to the early 90s.
That seems to be where it starts, though, with the poetry. I find that.
First time I dropped a flow, early 90s, like even late 80s, I would mess with it a little bit.
How out there were you in the 90s? Were you,
I never really put myself.
Were you just on the block? Or were you? Did you go to the
I
club?
mean, I what's the statute of limitations?
7.
So I never really did much.
Right.
Just had to wait until I could become.
Well, it wasn't easy back then. It wasn't easy back then. Like
It was also a different
in the scene.
motivation back then, though. It was a different 2-man into 1-man leave type thing. Like, and I think that's why even back then it was getting notice and recognition in the 90s, early 2000s was like wow, could this really happen?
Yeah.
But now after the whole the
Internet.
internet boom of things, it really allows an independent artist to blow up off of a good look or whatever it is.
Hence
But
the saturation.
well, the point of it is at that point, I think that's how a lot of it has become more than just hobbies for people, right? Because even back in the day, like I will same cloth type of thing where you rap because you rap.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to it. You just do it,
Yeah.
right? If you was seeing money off of rap in the '90s and
Nah, that's
early
right.
2000s, you was like, yo,
We didn't do it back then to put it out.
Nah.
We did it in
We
the
didn't
room.
just do it. We were on
You know,
the block.
We used to take a tape recorder, record and play something you would take to like a lecture to record the teacher or something.
Yes,
you know what
or
I mean?
like we'd be flipping the other side of a single just to get an instrumental.
and just turn that into a whole album to listen to for the summer. You know, like
Yeah, man.
pause mix breaks.
yeah. The
Stuff
pause
like
tapes
that.
were crazy, though. The
Yeah.
pause tapes were crazy.
Yes.
Putting
yes.
cotton in the hole in the
Yes.
The tape on the top.
And so we
Yeah,
always
yeah.
we always have to ask the question:
What is it?
hip hop. What does it mean to you? What legacy do you intend to leave through hip hop?
Let me take this. Okay.
Yeah.
Because we have talked about this before. Hip hop, its inception means that it should have no boundaries. So there shouldn't be any limit to where we can do, or where we can go, what we can do with it to make something that's innovative in ourselves. We just have to find it. And that's to me, I think hip hop is something like when you really say hip hop, like deep rooted at it. It's what you do, what you are. But like, if I listen to, and that sounds like such a cliche answer, but it's like, yo, if I'm at a punk rock show, it don't make me no less hip hop than what I am sitting right here telling you about my record, because it's hip hop is its inception, or at least the DJ was grab the dopest record from wherever you could and turn it into yours. Graffiti was take somebody else's wall and turn it into yours. You know what I'm saying? So like even breakdancing was like a dance that became other people's styles. The DJ, everything has its own embodiment of what it's supposed to be. I mean, even Blondie in the inception of it was like a major part in pushing it forward. And her music is not what would be considered hip hop if you went to a record store, right?
Right.
But she's hip hop as fuck.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know
she
what I'm
is.
saying? Like
Yeah, she
Beastie
is.
Boys did rock albums, you know what I mean? Like Andre 3000 did one of the coldest albums, closest to Bootsy Collins ever.
Ever,
You know what I'm saying? That was my,
ever,
Love Below was cool.
ever.
But like you say, that ain't hip hop. Yes, it is. It's
Oh, yeah.
it's what you see and what you make yours. So with that being said, we would like to leave like a, or at least we talked about it when we first started. It was like, we don't want to just make a regular album. We don't want to make an album that, okay, it was good, and then we're just on to our next project right away. I want to make something that lasts.
Should have worked on it for a few minutes.
Yeah, we have. And
Had to.
But it was meticulously put together because we want you to hear the work. We want you to see the vision. It's not just a bunch of words put together for the sake of saying something.
Yeah, and it's been a struggle the whole way through.
Oh yeah, I mean,
About that.
But the struggle's worth it, though. In the end,
Let's hear a little more about that struggle.
This thing costs money.
about
In the
what?
last year and a half,
The last year and a half, there's been a lot that's gone on. We've lost a lot of people during the making of this. Even the songs reflect that. The one that's playing in the background right now is the ode to it, because we had to do something after we looked at our hands and was like, I lost a few people to ODs.
Rest in peace, Brian.
There's a couple things. You lost people, I lost people. And it was almost like, sometimes you get signs and they're unmistakable. So that's where it was. So like the day I wrote Dope Man and dropped it, that boy died from an OD. So it's like my song is about the doctors being the pill givers, the dope men. It's not like dope, you know what I mean? Like that Ice Cube shit, but I'm talking that shit because that's what it is.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that day,
that's
my man passed away. So it was like bittersweet. We were real happy about the song that we created. And then we get the news and it was like, yo, these things don't keep happening to us for no reason. We wrote 3 Little Pigs. His friend got shot by the police. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like it kept happening as we were going on. You know what I mean? And excuse me.
Yeah, that was my cousin's boy.
So
More so than mine. He was a youngster.
Well, either I'm just talking about
But yeah,
the inner part of what's, and aside from all of that, I mean, you know, this just regular life. It's just life of trying to maintain. Like I got kids, I got a wife, I got a house. You know what I mean? I got bills, car note, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. I gotta keep the internet on. The kids are gonna freak out. But
I know that story.
And now there's a juggling balance because a lot of this stuff in the studio, you know what I mean, that don't come by just, you know, a good smile and a nice personality. We put in work here. You know what I mean? Like this has become like Disneyland. We're here 2-3 times a week. The other day we pulled a 10, 11-hour shift here. You know what I mean? We're not.
Yeah, but it's the maturity of the music. It's not really like Disneyland.
No, it's
Yeah.
not. But it's.
Oh, it's definitely
it's a getaway,
super.
If you put the camera on this guy,
Yes, yeah.
that's the
Hell
executive
And to be
executive
honest
producer.
with you, to be honest with you, we should have a bigger couch because this album would not happen without this man right here.
He also
And-
produced one of the songs.
Yeah, this is a huge song.
I can speak to his magic.
Well, I need to say this. We wouldn't have none of this if it wasn't for either. We've all played our part in the sense of what we know that we were supposed to do, and we've all extended effort, concentration, brain power. You know,
Gotta
really
put a real highlight on what this guy
real
has
shit.
done.
No, because you know we laid foundations and we brought, you know, rough outlines and we polished them and turned them into diamonds, and we, you know what I mean. He's been willing to see the vision. That's been
You need a lot of good things to work with. They did.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, yeah.
We're experimental.
You got to bring the talent.
They
You got to have something to work with.
posted it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it was it's been a process where
That
like
sounded good though,
yeah,
right?
it sounded
All right, cool. I'm gonna do it
He's
again.
he's on hard. I'm sorry for that.
Well, listen.
We're working while we're
Yeah.
interviewing. It's
Well, we still have the we have the album release party
Yes.
that PHC will definitely be up in,
That'd be great.
and so we are going to speak to you again.
This is Uncle Evan, it's K Vinyl. We are Evan's Vinyl Collection, and March 16th we're hosting an album release party at the FET in Providence. It's 103 Dyke Street. FET Music Hall, right? Doors open at 8. We have Big G's, Swan Naughty, Dirty Dirty, and a couple of other surprise guests there that like you'll see as the night unfolds. Phoenix Williams is hosting. John Godin is spinning on the tables. There's also a clothing drive where we would like people to donate clothes if they don't necessarily need right now. We plan on putting them in places that people that do need them can get them. For everybody that brings clothes, you get $5 off the admission. $10 if you don't, $5 if you come in. Also, St. Patrick's Day weekend. Let's get saucy. And we're celebrating my man Grum's birthday as well. So we have a whole, you know, it's a night of let's celebrate, let's make this a community event, and if we get the support, we can support others in that way. And y'all get the discount, we're able to give back, it's a win-win for everybody. Really, really hope y'all are there. Whoever can be there. Please.
But local.